But if we're talking little Herta, puppet Herta, I think she gets a C. Nah, B is too high. She's annoying and insufferable. She is always... This is little Herta. This isn't big Herta. This is little Herta. She is insufferable. But you know what? Actually, she says Kuro Kuro, so we're going to bring her up to a B. Okay, that's fine. Hello, welcome in, Squid. So she'll be a B story-wise. Gameplay-wise. Oh, we'll get to Mighty. Trust me, we'll get to Mighty. And this is why I lurk. Hey, stick around for the tier list. It's going to be fun, Maya. It's going to be fun. We're going to do characters first and then light cones. Light cones are going to be more of accessibility and how do you, like, what they do. But right now we're doing characters, so that's their story personality. Shut up, Maya. But Mighty S tier. Yeah. He'll be there. He'll be up there. All right, Zila. What are we thinking about Zila? And this is based off story, not usability. Actually, no, we'll do usability. We'll do usability. Story kind of sucks. It's kind of lame. Forgot, most players don't even play. So if we're doing gameplay-wise, Little Herta would definitely be a C. No. Yeah, because anywhere outside of Pure Fiction, she kind of sucks. And this is, we're going to do this without, like, pairings. We're going to do this based on the characters and what they do and, like, animations and stuff. So, Herta is definitely a C. Zila, for gameplay-wise, that I'd have to rely on chat because I don't play her. I have her on my ult, but she doesn't have any use because I don't have anything for her. Maybe A tier. A tier for Zila. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Does everybody agree on Zila for A tier? Or where do we think she should be? Hi, Sokka. How are you? A too high? I mean, I guess there's also a difference in Zila players, right? So we have the Zila players who are more casual and they're not like fully built or whatever, and no matter what you do, can't make her work. But then you have the ones who like strictly main her and can still clear everything with her. Tricky to work with her on since she doesn't want a one-shot and has this high skill ceiling. Playing killer. Oh, nice, Sokka. All right, I think B being in the middle, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a solid spot for her. She's not too great right now, but if you do know how to play her and you do have her supports and everything, she can still be very usable. So she's not usable, but she's also not the greatest. So I think B is fine in the middle. Pela. Pela S tier. I am going to disagree with S tier. I think Cypher really power crept her, and I don't think both of them should be an S tier. I think Pela could be an A tier and work because Cypher does her job better. So I think A tier is solid for her. She's still a great unit to have if you don't have other characters. She has great defense shred. I don't think she has vulnerability, does she? The creep is real? Exactly. But I think, oh yeah, Nat is 100% D tier. There's no way. She's just not a good unit ever in any situation. She's a terrible unit. Hook is also going to be in D tier, honestly. There's just no use for Hook, like, at all. Jing Yuan, our king. Design-wise, though, yeah. That ultimate for Nat. Our King Yuan is the one destruction with a single target. All yeah. Yeah, exactly. King Yuan is a character that well, we're also talking animation. We're adding some animation stuff into it too. So it's a mixture of the character, not just how usable they are, but also their animations and all of that. So King Yuan is a little bit tricky because yes, he does need Sunday, but there are other characters in this list that are going to want other characters too. So we can't base it off of that alone because a lot of characters right now are going to be weak unless they have their partner support. So what about design wise? And I get that he needs a lot of supports, but so does Acheron. I wouldn't put Acheron in a B tier, would you? Design is S tier, design A tier. Hmm. Hmm. So if we think about King Yuan, he's always been a unit that's kind of struggled with content because he never had that dedicated support, right? And other characters always did have that kind of dedication. And even if it came out a little bit later, you were still able to use them with 4 stars. King Yuan always had a very clunky kit that just nothing could help him. And so he was benched by many, collected by many, benched by many. Design wise, I love his animations. I love his hello Poisey. I love his little that little dude that he summons. I forgot his name. He's like grandpa. Yeah. I would say that with the help of Sunday, which most people have Sunday now, with the help of just Sunday alone, he has grown, he has gotten use again, and his designs still kick ass, and plus his VA is just awesome. So I think I'm gonna put him in an A tier. A tier. I think A tier is fine because if you have Sunday, he's usable again, and that's only one support. And you could still use like Ting Yun with him and stuff. He's not going to be zero cycling anytime soon, but he's still usable. I'm doing well. Yeah, I do. Yes, Storks, I do. I also voice Aqualai, the Titan, not the Ciralosi or whatever. He voices the Titan of the sky. Ting Yun. What is it? You feel like it's changed 5 times? Design wise, and I want to try to, because everyone's bias is supports and how you need supports, but I feel like if we do that, everyone's going to be in a low tier. So try to think about the character and the animations and what they do rather than what they need to function. Because in my opinion, Jing Yuan always had a cool kit, and he was very strong, and if we try to ignore the fact that he needs Sunday, he's still an awesome character, right? Who doesn't love King Yuan? Ting Yun S tier? I think her value has fallen. And I'll tell you why. I think her value has fallen because there is just so many other attack buffers that aren't as clunky as she is. You don't care about their value, their animations are peak. Her design is S tier for me, her skill set is A, and the fact she can run that adds more utility. For me personally, I do love her design. All things are connected by origin. And her kit honestly feels kind of outdated for me, in my opinion. But I also don't like attack supports too much. She's still a valuable unit, especially at E6, but I don't think energy regen is really too useful anymore on DPSs, especially current DPSs. And so I think she's an A tier for me. I think she's A tier. There are more attack units that can do her job better. And plus she has a whole ass 5-star form that is definitely S tier, right? New damage bonus. Exactly. I feel like attack boosters have kind of fallen because attack gets oversaturated now with a lot of the current DPS, whereas damage is just better in every case. And that way, with a damage percent, you're not limited to certain support DPS. You can actually just work with anybody basically, like Sunday. And the only reason why Sunday doesn't work with Castris is because they made it so that they didn't work together. Obviously, I feel like it would have been a strong combo if they did. Yeah, and we're in HP meta. But I still think she has her great use, and I still think that she's still very usable, and she's SP positive, so that kind of helps out. But with the fast pace, like nowadays, we have a strong amount of attack carries that are very, very fast. So they're using up that, and it kind of makes her less skill point efficient as well, right? Back to Survivor. Aw, I'm sorry, Sokka. Good luck. So, like, as we keep going into this new stretch where we don't need attack supports and we have super fast units that are taking up all the SP, Tingyun is falling a little bit flat there. It's not bad, but I would take literally anybody over. And she's my only 4-star maxed out too, so you already know I love her. But I think A tier is a good place for her right now. I'm sure other people would think that she should be lower, like I said, with all the DPS and how they're coming out. All right, what about Xu Shuang though? Xu Shang? I don't know how to say her name. How are we feeling about her as a DPS, whether it be attack scaling or break effect? How are we feeling about her?
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
I absolutely adore her design. Diet Boot Hill. I adore her design, and I think she has really cool animations. She was also a character that I couldn't build by the time I got her. She was one of the last 4-stars I ever got. And by that time I had other characters to use, so I never built her. But I think as usable as she still is, I think that she's still like she's in a weird spot. Like, um, if you want to build her, you basically have to build her break. And if you don't, kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I think you're missing out on potential with her. She's a character I do plan on building though, so I can test her out with some different things. But I'm gonna put her in B. Her ult saves her because of the chicken. I can easily see her be in a more break scenario. I have cleared Mach with her breakwise. Crit not so much in the design. S for chicken. Yeah, she's gonna be in a chicken. Yeah, the chicken brings her to a B. March 7th. Preservation. March 7th, by the way. How are we feeling about Preservation March?
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
You're on 7th or most of Penacony. That's interesting. Did you have her E6 at the time? Oh, okay. I think as a preservation unit, uh, honestly, I don't see March being too useful as preservation. She's a little bit more useful than these guys, though, I will say that. Can I move her this way? Can I move you back here? Can you go back here? Okay. I don't find she's usable. In an AoE meta, especially with the Amphorius mobs, she cannot keep everybody alive. she cannot keep everybody alive. There's just no way
and are made
that she can keep up with this AoE meta, especially the ones now where they take away your HP and they give you like that funky red bar, and then they take that, and it's just, she's just not good right now with these enemies, which sucks. But you know, maybe
all things are
maybe she'll get
connected by
buffed.
origin
Silver
and are
Wolf
made of the
plus
same essence.
buffs. From everything I've seen and heard about Silver Wolf, she is an S tier now. Especially she's in a higher tier with S2. She went from being, when she first came out, she went from being, oh, you have to get her, you're bricking your account, to, oh, she's not very usable anymore, to now back to, if you don't have her, you're bricking your account. She is still a character that I am not going to be getting, but I did want her the first time around, lost on her banner, and decided to just hold off for Ron May.
Things are connected by origin
But if she were to go into the store, I would definitely pick her up with a token.
essence.
Definitely. She has made Acheron better in every single way, and she has made it so that other carries like Archer and anyone with like that kind of
Things are connected by
weird element that you don't really see too much, she has made them very usable with all the things in her kit. So she's S tier. She's definitely S tier. Serval. 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 She's only E3. E6 heals, I think. I'd love to get her for Jingyu.
and are made of the same
I don't think she works very well with
essence.
Jingyu, but you know, if it works, right? Now, Serval, her usage went from never needing her to, if you have the Herda, you could use her as a battery. And she actually does help the Herda a lot, but that is like her only use. So I think she's in B tier. I think she's B tier. Design wise, she's great. Her animations are clean, but yeah, I don't know. Like, if you don't plan on getting a Naxa or Jade, she's still gonna work very well with the Herda. But that's her only use, is win set. She's been reduced down to a win set user. And that's what sucks about her. 1 Mach 12 clear. Which what character? You still use Serval? I would still use her too, honestly. But I have enough lightning now. I love Serval. I hope we get a 5-star of her one day. But I also know that she's like, she's been reduced to a battery, and that's it. Nothing to say about Hunt Dan Heng. We just know that he's not good. Asta can be usable, but every time I try to use her, I don't like her. Her animations are boring too, and she's free, so I'm gonna put her in D tier. I don't care. You guys can hate me for it. I don't, because she's great on certain teams, but also every time I try to use her with like Break, because she's the only support I have for 4-star on a certain account, she just doesn't do anything. He's a new tier. I know. But I personally don't like her. I know other people live by her, and that's great. Lucha.
All things are connected.
Laucha or Lucha, however you say his name, he's still a solid healer. He is not up to speed with our current healers, but he is still a solid healer. So I'm going to put him in A, because he can still do his job, and he is still great for SP negative teams or heavy SP usage teams. He's still gonna hold his own. His only flaw is the fact that his field ends after his turn, so he goes through an entire, or maybe it's the start of his turn. But whatever the mechanic is, he doesn't have his field for like a turn, and it's not cool. His kit is nice. Yeah, his kit is nice. It's end of turn. Yeah. So it's like, it's weird. He goes a certain time without having it. And so it's very clunky, in my opinion. If they fix that, he would be S tier again. But they won't, because he'll be S tier again. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, That's why he's only going to be in an A tier. He's still a solid healer, and you can still take him with the characters you used to take him with. But he's going to be clunkier than the rest. Yukong, I don't know much about, but she is a Foxian, so I'm going to put her in C tier. Oh, I do know that she's very hard to build. I would say that she's very hard to build, and if you don't build her perfectly, you're missing out on a lot of stuff. And I do believe you need her E6 to be useful at all. And her animations aren't the greatest either. It's kind of weird. I do love her design too. I do love her design, but she's just a clunky unit, and if you could get away with not using her, like, don't use her. QQ. 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 She's A tier. 100% A tier. Don't at me. She's A tier. Designs are cool. Gamba is cool. Her nails are pretty. She's A tier. Preservation main character. Let's not even have to talk about that. This Gamba Gremlin. I love QQ, but I don't think she's S tier because of the Gamba. But I do think A is solid for her. Yeah, I love her design. I think A is solid because I've seen people, like Mr. Pokey, actually. He uses her for every game mode. And she still does massive damage. She just takes a lot of investing in, so... Preservation, yeah, I mean, I think all of them up until Harmony are gonna be bad. It was good back in the day, yeah, but nobody had units, so yeah, our only other choice was March 7th or Japard, and not a lot of people had Japard. Blade, you don't ask questions, he just stays there. Arlen, we all know, is in D tier. Kafka. Kafka. My queen, my original queen who I saved up for so long when I first got into this game. Kafka. She has been reduced to another Winset user. Another Winset supporting everyone else user. And Kafka is the queen of Dot. And the way they just reduced her to nothing just angers me a lot. Because if you guys know Kafka and her story and follow along with it, Kafka does not take anyone's shit. So to reduce her to a support is insulting to Kafka. But those support buffs also made her stronger and usable again, so A tier it is. And also, I have played her with the original Dot build, and she's really not that bad. She does do massive damage still, so. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that to get the most use out of her, you're putting her on Winset, and, like, they just demoted her to support, and I don't like that. I still run her as DPS, and I plan to continue.
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
So I think A tier is a solid spot for her, honestly. Luca. Luca, I don't have too much, but he's break, so B tier. Sampo. Sampo is the original Black Swan. Black Swan is only 10% better than Sampo, according to anyone you ask on Reddit, right? So Sampo C tier. he's C tier. Although his ult is really funny. I love his ult. Imbibitor Lune. I hate to do this to him. I love him so much, but he's gonna go in B tier. He's just not fun to play anymore. His design is great, his animations are amazing, but like any other DPS you get is just gonna outperform like massively. My mighty skill does more damage than his ult, and it's a really sad time. If I had his light cone, I'd be able to better tell how well he does, but I don't even have that. But I did clear the mirror today with him, so that's a little bit good. Fushuan is going to be A tier. She's not in the meta currently, but I do believe, and I know people want buffs for her, I believe that once we leave the meta,
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
Fushuan is gonna be useful again after we leave this meta, I think. I think we're just going through a rough spot where it's HP meta, so everything's inflated for that, and she just gets one shot. Lynx, you guys know I hate her, so she's gone. Jingliu, can't really say anything, but I love her design, so I'm gonna put her in A tier, and she got buffed, so surely she does a lot of damage. Topaz is also A tier. She still, like, works, and she's still one of the best follow-up supports in the game. Little Gui, B tier. Outdone by JQ in every way. Huohuo, S tier. The reason why she's higher than Ting Yun is because she does everything for the entire team, whereas Ting Yun does everything for one person. So that's why she's going to be in S tier over Ting Yun. She gives energy regen, attack percent, everything. But to everybody. And not just one character. She's really fun to play. But she's a 4-star, so... She got power crept by consumables. True. Argenti. I can't really say much about Argenti. But I don't think he's as weak as people make him out to be. So I think he's still very usable as either by himself or with Herta. Probably best with Herta. Hanya, B tier. Like, I don't care if Archer came out. B tier. Ron May is still S tier. I think she's better with her E1. She's kind of flat without it, but whatever. Dr. Ratio. His voice actor followed me on Twitch, so that's an S tier for me. Black Swan. A tier. Misha. D tier. Sparkle has found her place in the meta again. Is not flat where it counts. Okay, buddy. Acheron. S tier. I don't care. Don't at me. Gallagher. How troll would it be if I just slapped him on A tier? Aventurine, no question. Harmony main character, A tier, because I have to choose between them and Remembrance, so... Robin, you guys know I hate Robin, so A tier. Boot Hill, for my little Boot Hill fans, we're going to put him in S tier. Firefly is D tier. At the end, after Misha. Jade is a solid Herta support, but also she can do well on her own if you build her properly. So she's going to be A tier. Yoon Lee, I played her twice in my entire Star Rail career. She's fun to play, but hard to use. March 7th Hunt, S tier. JQ, S tier. Bei Zhao, S tier. Mozzarella dodged my E6, so C tier. Lingsha, A tier. Rappa, I don't even have to explain all of these. You guys just, like, for the people who have been hanging out here, you already know why these characters are in these tiers. Rappa, S tier. Like, way better than Firefly in every single way. Sunday, I hate him. I hate him so much. I absolutely despise Sunday more than anything in this game. But he's S tier. Not even a question. Remembrance main character, not even a question. The Herta is in C tier. This is just to see if my daughter's paying attention. Aggie is hard to build, but she's great. A tier. Mighty is S tier times 5. Triby S tier. Castris S tier. Hanaxa is higher than everybody here. Silver will go somewhere else. Thank you. Hyacinthia S tier. Cypher S tier. Finon S tier. I don't know anything about the collab, so I'm putting them in C tier. Is that Himiko? Himiko C. Welt C. They kind of abandoned us. Japard. Yeah, that's great. Bronya is A tier. Clara is A tier. Bailu is D tier. And Sword Boy is D tier. So that is my list.
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same.
That is my list. Let's put her in the beginning of C tier. Okay. This is how much I like the characters. And yeah. Hope you enjoyed that. That was great, wasn't it? Archer is supposed to be crazy strong and they did a good job. Yeah, they did. They definitely did. They definitely did.
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
Let me go share that on Twitter.